What's going on, you guys? It's Randy with Full Throttle Obsessions. Today we're going to be doing a little work to my Traxxas E-Revo 2.0. Man, look at that thing. That thing just looks mean. It has been quite a while since I had this truck out. And I gotta tell you, I'm actually ashamed to say that. This truck has been down for way too long. But the good news is, the only thing as of now that needs to be done to get this thing back on the track is center drive shafts. What we're going to be doing today, we're going to be installing Traxxas Steel center drive shafts. Now, a little disclaimer, these steel drive shafts are specifically for the Traxxas E-Revo 2.0. They will not work on the first generation E-Revo. Their shafts actually have different part numbers. I'll go ahead and show you guys a part number on the center drive shafts here. Now, if you guys are curious about these, I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. The first thing we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and remove the body. And go ahead and get it flipped over here. Now that we got the body off and we got it flipped over, we're going to remove the front and rear skid plates, as well as the center. Now there's quite a few screws holding them down. Alright, I went ahead and loosened all the screws off camera. There's just so many, I didn't want to bore you guys with that, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Now we'll go ahead and move I already took the front one off because the front one kind of stuck under that skid plate. So we're going to take the back one off. And then take these ones off. As you can see, I left all the screws in that center skid plate and also the rear one. Oh wow, that is really dirty, you guys. Go ahead and show you guys the mess we got here. As you guys can see, it's really dirty inside there. And you can see the back part of that drive shaft I already took out. It must have been when I first found out that it was a broke rear drive shaft. But what I think we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get that cleaned up before we go ahead and take it apart. So we'll be back. Alright, we're back. We got it all cleaned up. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and loosen up the grub screws on the drive shafts. Now you have 4, but I only have 3 on here since apparently last time I took off the back half of the rear shaft, but you'll access the back grub screw through this hole right here, which is fairly easy. It's easy to access. The second one is right here on the transmission. Now the third one is on the front drive shaft on the transmission right there. And let's see if I'm gonna, the lighting is horrible in here, you guys, but let's see. I don't have a light, but the other one we're gonna access right through here. It's gonna be on the front grub screw on the front drive shaft. Now I'm not for sure as of yet, but I think we're gonna have to loosen up the transmission. And we're gonna do that with these, see these 4 screws right in here. You see there's 4 of them. Now, if we're going to have to take it all the way out, I'm not for sure yet, but we're going to go ahead and find out. We'll go ahead and take out the rear grub screw. You see, that's what the grub screws look like. And you'll see the rear drive shaft just kind of slides right out. It looks like the front one's pretty lined up right here by the transmission, so we're going to go ahead and take this one out. The second one. Now for the last one in the front here, end up getting the light off my phone to make things a little easier for us. Go ahead and take that out here. Now we'll go ahead and see if we can pull that front drive shaft without dropping the transmission. And we're definitely not going to be able to, so we got to drop the transmission. Let's go ahead and loosen it up. Now the 4 screws I was showing you guys earlier. I'm just going to go ahead and drop it all the way out. It's going to make things a little easier, I think. Definitely don't want to get those screws mixed up. Now we should be able to bring the transmission down. Go ahead and show you guys. We pulled the motor and the transmission out as one unit. You can separate them, but there's really no need to. Just comes out like that. Now what I'll go ahead and show you guys, when I tried to pull the motor out, I noticed it was getting kind of hung up on something because there's a wire tie right here that had all three of the motor wires. So I unhooked them from the ESC, and then when I was trying to pull the motor and transmission out, that wire tie was holding up the wires. So just a little tip, so you guys are aware that you don't have to go through the same thing I did, kind of pulling on the wires. I didn't pull on them very hard, but it's definitely a good thing to know. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and open up the box and see what actually comes with it. We'll see if it actually comes with the grub screws, and if it does come with the grub screws, it's a good idea to save the old ones and put them up just in case. You never know when you're going to need an extra grub screw, or any extra parts for that matter. So let's go ahead and open it up here. So it comes with some instructions. I gotta tell you, I really like the way these are packaged. They're packaged really nice. Oh, a little foam piece. Oh, if I could get the drive shafts out here. Here's the front one. Kind of see the front shaft. Now we'll go ahead and pull out the rear. Oh wow, yeah, those are nice. I like those. And what do you know? It did come with brand new grub screws. So we're going to go ahead and, with the old ones, we're going to go ahead and put those aside. You never know when you're going to need any extra parts, really. And the grub screws really come in handy if one ends up coming out or breaking. I definitely had one save me on my T-Max. Lost one in my rear drive shaft, and I was able to find one to fit it. So I can tell you firsthand, they do come in handy to keep those around. Go ahead and put those over here. Now I have to say, I'm really glad I kind of peeked at the instructions, because it shows that there is a right way and a wrong way to put these on. It looks like the slip yoke side, or I'm going to call it the slip yoke side. You see this longer side? It kind of slits back and forth. This side, and you kind of see it's got notches on the boot with a longer boot. This side hooks to the transmission. Same with the rear. So I gotta say, I'm usually one of those guys that look at the instructions and toss them, but I'm sure glad that I seen the instructions on that. It definitely doesn't hurt. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you out. So definitely make sure you guys read the instructions. Now we're going to start assembling the E-Revo. Now first we're going to install the front drive shaft. I end up having to get my flashlight on my phone for this. There we go, and I'm going to put a grub screw in, not really tighten it down, just to hold it for right now so it don't slip out. I'll go ahead and show you guys. I had to install that front drive shaft off camera because I kind of had to get it in the light. And then also you can see where it hooked up to the front diff there. It was just a little tricky to get that drive shaft in with the grub screw. So I kind of had to get the truck out and kind of lean it sideways in the light and get that grub screw in. Now we're going to go ahead and install the transmission. Let me flip that over real quick. And make sure that goes on the shaft there. There we go. That part went so much easier than hooking the drive shaft up to the front differential. Let's go ahead and flip it over and we'll put some screws in it. Now we're going to go ahead and install the screws to the transmission. Get it all tightened down here. Now we'll go ahead and install the last grub screw in the front drive shaft. See if we're going to get it, oh, yep, lined up nicely. Now you want these grub screws tight, but you don't want them too tight because you don't want to strip them out. So call that good right there. Now for the rear drive shaft. Now you want to make sure you kind of pull the boot back. You don't want to pinch the boot in with the grub screw. Alright, that one's all tightened up. Now we'll go ahead and install the last grub screw into the rear drive shaft. See if we can go ahead and drop it down here. Alright, I think we got it in. Go ahead and screw it down. And get that tightened up. Nice. Now all we got to do, put back on these covers. Alright you guys, we got the center drive shafts all installed. It was really easy. Now I'm happy to say my E-Revo 2.0 is ready to get back out and do some bashing. I got a perfect spot we're going to be taking it to shortly as soon as the weather starts cooperating with us. It's a little windy today, but no worries, we're going to be taking this beast out soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.